So it's to me, life is do or die, and then you're living, you know. Well, I usually get up around between 5 and 5:30, and I make some breakfast, and I might do some paperwork if I have to, and then I go down to my fields. First of all, in the winter time, I go and feed my cattle and my horses, and then I'll start my day working, plowing or cultivating or weeding, or finding my crew and getting them together to go out on the field. My days are usually pretty long. I rarely get home here before at this time of year before about 8:30 or so. A friend of mine has a woodworking shop, and I'll go and do some work there, or I'll work on some machine or that I need repairing, and sometimes I come home to my own hand tool workshop and build some usually practical stuff to do with my horses and my horse equipment. I was born in the west of Ireland. I've lived here since 1979. I found this place by accident and decided to camp here with my girlfriend in 1979. She was a mountaineer, and we made our temporary camp here. And here, 30 years later, we're still here. My daughter was 2.5 years old. I'd brought her up here because my girlfriend at the time, we were, both of us were homeless, and I was wondering where we were going to spend the winter. And there was an old man in Johnson's Landing. He wanted me to get him some poles for his chicken house to build, and he knew there was nice straight cedar poles up here. So I take Amber up here and we get some poles, but in the process Amber forgets her red shoes, So I had to bring her back up here to get her red shoes. So I brought my girlfriend up here, and I was just wanting to see how she felt about the place, and she was just totally amazed by the place. So from there I knew it was from there I knew both of us like it here. Somehow I've never been really big in doing stuff for myself, and it has to be bigger than myself, whatever. If I have to have a motive for what I do, otherwise I'm totally lazy. If it's to take care of my own needs and I'm totally lazy. Even fixing my hands, I let things go too far before I'm not motivated that way. So what motivates me is working with other people, but it has to be not just. It has to have some meaning to it, like that I've worked with. They're my heroes. Yeah, we have to have our heroes. Easy, easy, easy. When I started growing food, I come to realize that this is really important to feed my family and my friends and people around me, and that over the years become an issue, become a really important. It could become more important the longer I did, and I have a better understanding of what's really happening, and how, and the whole idea that we have given up our power to do stuff. Like my parents left without second thought their way of self-reliant lifestyle, a little mixed farm with, even though it was poverty, they had with their own efforts, they didn't have a mortgage, they didn't have any of this stuff. It was hard to find money and so on, but they had some power in their lives. And I want to be human. I want to be, not too focused on business or money or any of that. I've never really been a money person. I've been more like I like to have money as a tool. This is my life. So you kind of have to accept that, eh? And you have to accept the fact that you have to go and look after your cattle and horses if you have animals. It's care, and same with your plants. So you have that. That's what's telling you what to do, not somebody. No. So that's what I mean about power. You have the choice. And it's still do or die. And when it becomes into the do or die realm, you have to do it. It isn't like, oh, I won't do it. I'll just go to the food bank, get my old age pension, and they'll call. I could get my I'm an old age pensioner. I get $800 a month. Sometimes we have to go back and take another trail. Maybe that's where we're at. Maybe that's where the human race is at. Maybe to me, the biggest tragedy is that there's people today that they don't know why they're alive. They don't know why they're on this earth. Is it to play computer games, or what? Is it for kids to get really good at mountain bike riding or something? Like that's unnecessary, that they don't have responsibility here. I think that's the biggest human tragedy myself, because it leaves people helpless, that it's all about fun, and what we do is fun. I figure working from the heart and working with a sense of freedom is, you gotta have the balance, eh? You have to have the discipline to get up in the morning when you have to. You have to have courage. You have to be courageous, and you have to put up with discomfort and all this stuff, and then you have to see what you're doing as being fairly important, eh? And maybe a part of your survival, and then you can do what I do.